Hey everyone, Tootin here. I'm going to do another 5 live games. Maybe not 5 if it takes a while, but just some live recordings because people seem to like those and like the thought process behind them. I'm in the Duelist Cup, the second stage. I haven't really been grinding it that much. I'm at 13k, but it hasn't been that many games. I figured at this point it's probably decent competition, so that'd be the best place to show off gameplay. You know, some of the earlier rounds when I started playing this was just people playing really subpar decks that, you know, it's obvious why they were such low score on the leaderboard or whatever you want to call it, the ranking list. This hand's obviously insane. The only question is, do I lead off with Souls on rescuing on Master Plan? I'm probably going to do this so just in case they have an Ash, they'll Ash this most likely. Nope. Alright, cool. So the only thing I'm really worried about at this point is like Maxi and DD Crow. So if I use this and they immediately have responses, because I have a monster in the graveyard. Nope, okay. If they immediately had responses because I have a monster in graveyard, then I would like play around DD Crow, but does not seem to be the case. The downside of this hand is it has a bunch of rescue missions. Upside is it does have a Nessie, and Nessie is very good because it's a free discard, because it searches another card. So it kind of counts for 2 cards in your hand when it comes to discarding later for quick fix. Gonna speed through this because you got once you know what you're doing in a Spyral combo, you have to kind of execute it quickly because it is a very long combo, and a lot of the time, oh, Archer Drone, that's not that great, but whatever. It's a long combo, and a lot of the time, I don't think I need to set up Link Rebo in this. Yep, because I have the extra. I have the 2 spells, so I can go ahead and make Celine. I don't need to board block here. My opponent doesn't have. I am going to eventually get to another Spyral Resort. I'm going to get to a second Spyral Resort, so it's good to just get the board blocker effect. So it's going to +1 me later, and I can make use of this discard. So go ahead and add Sleeper and Super Agent off of these. Go ahead and use Resort. And add Agent. Then this is the kind of hand where I can set up Griffin, leave Griffin on the board for the Tri-Gate combo. So to do that, and this is going to be very particular because I didn't show this in my Eradicator Epidemic Virus, and that's the variant I'm playing. I didn't show it at the beginning, but it's the same as last time. It's the Eradicator Epidemic Virus list. But I didn't show that the same as last time, but what you do when you have a good enough hand is you summon Celine over here on the left side. You do have to risk a Nibiru activation when your Appaloosa isn't capable of negating it, but at this point in the combo, your opponent should have already Nibiru'd you, so it's not particularly irrelevant. Like, if you know they've got Nibiru, you would know it by now. They'd start giving you prompts, and you wouldn't do it this exact way, but they're going to Nibiru you before you make Appaloosa anyhow, and you just kind of make Sleeper, make Apo at that point. Summon Master Plan. So you summon Celine on this left-hand side, and you summon your Master Plan with Celine, and then you put double helix exactly right here. This way, so that when you summon your Nightmare Griffin in this zone, you can put your Sleeper next to Griffin and leave Codebreaker Virus Berserker on this far left side. So go ahead and discard Assault with Quick Fix. Summon Quick Fix. Drawing the drone was probably the worst thing, because like I'm going to be down a free card at that point, because obviously this is where I would search drone, but I'm going to run out of searches for the Quick Fix faster than normal. I need to go a little faster. I slowed down a little bit describing stuff, but not that big a deal. I should actually turn off my prompts because it's not relevant at this point. It's just like it's going to take a couple seconds from me every now and then. You can 100% draw an Orcus Nightmare, my friend, please. Alright, so we'll go ahead and call Monster. We'll summon Quick Fix. Use Quick Fix's effect. Get the last effect here. Add this. Then we'll summon Appaloosa on this side using Quick Fix, and we can revive Quick Fix one last time. Well, not one last time, but we'll get this Quick Fix to the point where he needs to Xyz. So activate Quick Fix. Discard. Nessie at this point, I guess. It doesn't really matter. We're going to discard these in particular orders. Later on, when we do Griffin, it's better to have the Jackalope at hand. So I'm going to discard this rescue when the Quick Fixes at one point. Let's go ahead and get Tsuchinoko because it requires the least amount of time to get a body on the field. Jackalope's technically better, but it's not relevant right now. So go ahead and make Dullahan. Make Link Kribo with Drone. And then we'll make Master Plan with Rescue Mission. In this particular combo, you do need Dullahan to do it the way I'm doing it. You could maintain your Ward Blocker by making Helix first, and then using a Super Agent in hand earlier, and make Curious using Ward Blocker instead, but it's not relevant when you're doing it this particular way that I'm doing it. So we'll go ahead and make Curious. Go ahead and send an Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Scroll all the way to the right. Boom. And then, wow. I don't think we're going to mill anything of relevance. No, both Tsuchinokos, which is funny. So we'll go ahead and use Quick Fix, discard this Rescue Mission. Summon Quick Fix. One of the downsides of the Nightmare Griffin setup is you do lose the draw of this, but you get to keep the Floodgate. So, you know, is one draw worth a Floodgate? Probably. Go ahead and use Nightmare Griffin. Activate its effect. Discard Tsuchinoko. Set Eradicator Epidemic Virus. Over here. Use Tsuchinoko. And in this particular instance, I'm going to use Tsuchinoko and Super Agent. I could just use Quick Fix instead of Super Agent to make the code breakers here, but I don't have to. So why would I? Go ahead and make the code breakers. And I mean, technically you can summon the 0 Day over here by double Helix, but it doesn't matter because you're going to have to summon it under Appaloosa to keep your Nightmare Griffin. The way you would avoid this with the whole thing where 0 Day has to be summoned to the Nightmare Griffin or to the Appaloosa zone is you would just not have Nightmare Griffin on your end board, but I am. So I'm taking that risk, I guess. But you summon Codebreaker Virus Berserker over here where Helix is pointing, and he's still co-linked, so he can still summon two link zones that Appaloosa points to. So over here, and over here. So then we link these two off into Tri-Gate Wizard. And you do a rescue mission. I'm saving a quick fix, I guess, at this point and using a rescue mission. It doesn't make that big of a difference, however you put it. Because I'm just making Cerberus to make sure my board's immune to destruction effects. Because like that comes up, maybe you're against a danger kaiju kind of deck, and they have Bigfoot effects, and you don't want to waste your Appaloosa or whatever. It's relevant, I guess. If you could sequence this to save one material by just putting double Helix in that zone, but it doesn't bother. It doesn't matter to me. So I get that resort back for free, so we'll do Big Red, Master Plan, and the Quick Fix doesn't matter anymore. I've got nothing left to search with him. I could have discarded this Big Red at some point too to banish that, but it's good to have the Big Red in hand. So we'll do this. And I even have a Call by the Grave for free, which is probably pretty good against Orcus. So we'll go ahead and use Resort, send back Drone as per usual. Drone and Agent are the best options here. But Agent is better to revive off Big Red if you need to, because it gets the effect. And then you get your Resort back. So you can always search that drone no matter what. So we're going to turn our prompts to on, so we can do it in draw phase as per usual. And we'll activate Eradicator Epidemic Virus with plenty of time left. Get rid of Virus Berserker. Looking at your opponent's hand and calling spell cards. Red Reboot? Nope. Oh, okay, it's a PK deck, but it's just like a Trickstar PK Orcus Knight deck. I don't think it matters what they are, honestly. They're not beating this. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, there's game one. Nothing crazy, just I went first, had combo, they didn't, they're playing some kind of gimmick deck. One of the downsides of the Duelist Cup is you can't check your opponent's deck afterwards, I guess for competitive reasons. You know, I like seeing some of the jank people run, so let's go on to game number 2. So hey, 11 straight wins. I'm bound for a loss at some point. This is going to be more competitive than the first half of Duelist Cup and the low diamond grind I was showing in the previous two videos. So I expect to lose more of these games. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if I go like 2 wins, 3 losses, just based on coin flips or bad hands or whatever. It's a small sample size. This hand's pretty solid. I mean, it's going second even. It's got an Ash Blossom at the very least, and Souls plus combo. But it depends on what they do. Normal summon a Luber, something like that. Ooh, okay, it's Pinned Magicians. There's not really a... I don't know where the best place to throw an Ash is against this deck. I just don't know enough about it. So that puts you any pin that you want. Puts Oath Dragon. And you add a card to your face of extra deck. Oh, he's going to pin summon already. So 1 from extra, 1 from hand. Okay, well, if that's the case... Oh, man, he's going to be able to go into Electromite, but... You could... 2 cards, and if you do, yeah. I don't know if this Ash Blossom's ever going to be good, right? Like, Electromite, you can't really Ash Blossom effectively, because it just puts into the face of extra deck. I'm going to save it, I guess, maybe see if they do something bigger. But they've already used their pin summon, so the Electromite isn't nearly as good. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to Ash this for sure. So they've used up their normal summon, so... My downside is they're almost certainly still... I mean, I don't know. Electromite plus Astrograph should still be able to get them into... even if they can't pin summon, it should still be able to get them into, like, Appaloosa or something. This hand isn't great against Appaloosa. Well, no, it's fine, because I can normal summon Drone. So yeah, there's the Electromite. Yeah, this is like Imperm and Veiler would be a lot better against this deck, because you always want to hit Electromite in these situations, but... Yeah, I know you just kind of want to throw Ash at this guy, because he gets them whatever they want, though Electromite's even better, because it just adds freaking Astrograph Sorcerer. But, like, this still isn't even the best, because, like, you still have the Electromite effect, which is kind of more important. And that does the whole Astrograph loop. I guess maybe ashing this, they can't get Astrograph, is going to slow them down more than Skullcrabat, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe that's just my inexperience with, playing against pinned. Yeah, they get to draw and summon and blah blah blah. But they've already used up their Pendulum summon, so I'm not sure it's ideal. The draw's the more scary part. And they can start using their Pendulum effect still. But I mean, they got an Appaloosa at the very least. Okay, well, they clearly drew that, or they would have not pinned summoned that early. Yeah, yep. The Electromite's just an insane card. It's like, it's a search and a draw. In some ways, it's like crazier than cards like Halka Firebrax, but it's not as generic, so it's not really ever going to be that powerful. And it's pretty much always just grab an Astrograph, because it's the best extender in Pendulum, because it just does so much. Oh yeah, and then you could Starving Venom for another Electromite. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, even if you Ash this dude, they still can get into this guy and copy the effect. So, like, what are you really doing, right? It's like, eh. Well, I guess they just don't. If this card is Link Summon, because this card isn't Link Summon, so maybe. I mean, they still get to do whatever they want though, because like they can pop, they can. Yeah, I'm just kind of like explaining to myself what's going on, but I don't think Ash is really ever going to stop them at this point. Like, even if you Ash the Electromite, I think they still kind of just keep going. So yeah, they set this up. So I can have a free pop. That pop's going to beat my Big Red, obviously. Man, they draw an ad almost as much as I do. Actually, I guess they draw more if they Starving Venom enough. So IP Masquerena. Can you... It's probably the trap card, so they're going to IP into Appaloosa, which is fine, but... Ooh, that's cute. So this card's... So this is the trap, right? They search the trap, I'm pretty sure, at some point, right? It's always the card they want. It's like their best piece of interaction. So I'm kind of tempted to just call Monster with... Oh, I can normal summon Drone. But then they'll go into Masquerena and negate my Super Agent, which I guess is fine. But I'm normal summoning this Drone anyhow. I could Blind Fire Agent if I miss, it's fine. I know their top card, but man, Because like Drone's not going to be my best normal summon, but I've already gotten Big Red, so it's not like Quick Fix is my best normal summon either. So I guess at this point, I kind of just want to play around the double pop from these guys. So we'll go Drone, Effect. Monster spell. Activate Agent. Call Monster. Come on, what you doing? What's your plan here? I really wish I had a Resort here. Like Resort add Drone would have been... I mean, maybe they'd just instantly pop Resort, so it wouldn't be better, but... Yeah, they're going to do this so they can stop my pop, which makes sense. So there goes Appaloosa. I do get the Agent on the field because they kind of waited, which is good for me, so I can use this, pop this, and they'll negate that. That's fine. Now, if I was being cheeky, I could go to combat and force them to pop my stuff. But I want 2 monsters on the field. So maybe I go to Helix, force the Appaloosa. The thing is, they're going to have a double pop here, right? So I have to be able to win through that. So if I Souls Master Plan, if they negate Souls, I'm just fine. But then they'll pop Big Red, and then this guy will pop one of my monsters, and I won't have Helix on the board anymore, and I'll just have this useless small world of tough. There's not really much. I could like turn these 2 into a Phoenix to force the Apo negate. God, if only Cerberus didn't say in the main monster zone. It's like I could discard Small World. Oh man, if I attack over Apo, they only have the double pops left, and then they have to. Yeah, okay. So I think that's the case. I think I just play around the fact that I'm not killing them this turn. Attack with Super Agent, force them to do this stuff, and then I can Souls combo. I think. Oh, does that still work though? Yeah, it has to. Okay, we'll go to battle. Oh, they don't have the trap. Okay, I was playing around the trap so hard. I guess I'll attack the drone, sure. Well, that's fine, I guess, if that's all they got. If I go into... I guess I should do this first. Because it's like an Imperm or something, who gives a shit? They have some reaction. It's like an Imperm? It's gotta be. Or something, I don't know. I want to get rid of all of their back row, and then just beat them. If they had a pop, they would have had to have used it, right? Yeah, they just have to have nothing, because there's no way. Activate. It's like an Imperm? Dude, I don't know what they have. Small World's bad, so I'm going to use that as a draw, because I can just discard this rescue mission super easy. The Small World's not doing anything for me, and I'd love it if it was a danger. Or that can happen. Okay, so we'll get Spyral Resort, which is going to make this trivial. So I just need to pop all their stuff, and I spent too much time talking, but I just need to start popping their stuff. So we'll go Phoenix, Chain. I just need to set up Sleeper and Appaloosa, and they're dead. Maybe Trigate Wizard. Let's pop this. They had it the entire time? What the hell? There's no way, dude. I guess I should have used the Spyral Resort, but it doesn't matter. Dude, this guy's insane that he waited this long on it. Okay, we're adding sleeper. This guy's absolutely nutso. Yeah, go ahead and purple poison pop whatever you want, dude. Jesus. I'm gonna unicorn this, then set up Appaloosa Sleeper. This guy's insane that he held that for so long. He's just gonna lose to Sleeper. Sure, man, you got it. I'm gonna also set up a rescue mission in Graveyard. Sure, man, you got it. So I'm gonna rescue Bishop McMaster Plan. I want to set that up so I can pop another pinned while I'm doing it. They have another response? What the hell? What's their other response? Celine free? I mean, I guess it is. But I want to spin a card, so we're gonna do this. Use Celine next turn as like an access go talker line or something. Gonna rescue mission back master plan. I have to blind call Helix at this point, which I guess is fine. It's not really the end of the world. Get this. I'm actually probably gonna play that, to be honest. Just going to Helix effect. Call monster because it's still a pin deck at the end of the day, even if we shuffled the deck. Yeah, so summon quick fix. Do this. Go ahead and Appaloosa. I think I can make a Trigate Wizard, but I am kind of low on time, so I gotta play to your outs. And the out here is don't make Trigate Wizard because you don't have the time, I think. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, just to get quick fixes follow up. I'm going to go ahead and summon Sleeper, banishing 1, 2, 3. So I have a rescue mission in Graveyard for my Super Agent effect. Which also draw me another card next turn. Activate this just because it's free. Try to set up disruptions, basically. That's fine. What the heck? You can't destroy my sleeper. That's very funny. Your opponent cannot target blah blah blah. If I face a pendulum... That does search him another card, which I guess sucks, but whatever. We took out one more card out of his hand. now I have to turn this on so I can like super agent the first thing they do. Yeah. So we're gonna activate this. Summon super agent. Go ahead and pop this. Drop a card. So now then we'll sleeper immediately. Then we'll go to auto. And I've got 2 Mad Appo to do whatever is left in his hand. Just gonna target obviously. Got a 1 Mad Appo. I should have made a bigger Appo. That was one of my weaknesses here. I like went to unicorn when I could have just turned everything into Appaloosa. Kind of silly of me, but you know. Okay, there we go. Game over. So yeah, a little bit of misplay because of time pressure. You know, that's one of the weaknesses, but you know, attacking over their Appo I think was still the right call. Especially if I called the fact that they had the trap right. So, all right, so that's game 2. That one took a little bit, so I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back. All right, let's get on with game number 3. Going first. Cool, cool. I'm bound to brick at some point. I don't think I've had a serious brick except for maybe one hand so far in these live recordings, so... the deck is fairly consistent, but it's not like a perfect deck, obviously. You got rescue missions and sleeper and last resort and crap. This hand is not exactly a brick, but it's not great. Like, it's gonna miss out on the EEV because you can't, unless the Curious Rando mills it, or unless your Dangers draw you to something here. Alright, so no Maxi, that's good news. So you want to open up with Tsuchinoko first, because Nessie keeps Dangers in your hand, and you would, if you have to snipe one, you'd rather snipe Nessie. So we'll get that. Oh, that's really awkward. There's a really high chance I'm going to discard the sleeper off this Danger, but I have to do it. So we're going to go Jackalope, because you don't want to summon Tsuchinoko. That will mess up your setup. Oh, discarding sleeper is going to be really obnoxious. Ooh, okay. Did not discard sleeper. That is good news. My opponent has not given me any activations yet. That doesn't change anything though, so I still have to Curious. At least I won't Curious in my sleeper now though. Yeah, I did not get any good draws off my Dangers, which sucks, but you know, that'll happen. I've always raved about how good they are when, turn my heater off real quick. It's kind of toasting me up. Alright, so we'll go ahead and send a rescue mission. I could actually send an assault mission here, but that'd be silly. So I'm not going to be able to get into Eradicator Epidemic Virus in this particular hand, which means I could skip some of the stuff, but... oh, I discarded Super Agent too. Dang, that's obnoxious. Yeah, this is just really a jank combo, but we're still going to get to Appaloosa Sleeper, so that's something. So summon Master Plan, get Master Plan, go into... can I get to a bigger Apo and Trigate? Potentially. Can I... Yeah, I can get into Selene here at some point too, yeah. So we'll just go ahead and go to Borg Blocker, because Selene's free material. So we'll do Borg Blocker first, because that sets up Selene. I got this Codebreaker in hand I can discard easily at some point too. I can use the drone to put the Super Agent back in hand, but that's going to really screw up my follow-up, and this hand isn't like going to get me to an unbeatable combo, so it's a little double awkward to get rid of all my resources that way. So we'll go ahead and get Quick Fix. This resort's got really nothing to search at this point, because I'm so short on Spyral names with the agent in the graveyard. So we'll get Big Red still. Big Red Master Plan. Maybe my opponent will concede. Who knows? It'd be nice. Super Agent's gonna mess up my my extension, I guess, but we'll see where it goes from here. So we'll go double Helix, obviously. I don't need to do the double hand plays because I don't have to go into Curious, so I can just use this as pure, huge link climbing nonsense. So go go ahead and do... Oh, not yet. That'd be silly. We'll quick fix, discard, rescue. Then assault and drone. At least I can put a bad card on top of their deck, hopefully. So we'll get drone. Assault and drone. Stack their deck, obviously. Yeah, you can draw frickin' floodgates against me while I have a sleeper up. That'll be great. I have to worry about like evenly matched and lightning storms and stuff, but whatever. So we'll go ahead and call trap. I really just want to save a rescue at this point. I'll summon another quick fix. His effect. Get last resort. Yeah, now I'm out of Spyral names. It wasn't gonna matter. I'm gonna use these quick fixes again, so it's not like anything I'm searching is gonna mess up my card count. Go ahead and use master plan. Get the last rescue, which I might just want to set for follow up. Just set up Trigate real quick. I can do that. We just whip it. Just Celine. I don't have a... I might have to actually use this rescue, which sucks. Because I won't have a right link, I think. Because my Helix had to be summoned here. So we'll still do this. I did use Soul's Draw effect, so... yeah. This is still just free material at the end of the day. So we can go ahead and... we'll do the Duelist play, I think. Just, even though I haven't got rid of one of these quick fixes, I'm not going to need much more than what I've got right here. Let's go ahead and start doing the code breakers. What I actually should do, hold on. I should detach one of these quick fixes and discard this code breaker because it's a free, this is a free discard. It's like not going to hurt me on material because this guy's going to be summoned by the code breakers anyhow. So let's do that first. Get my big red for follow-up next turn. Then we'll go ahead and summon Appaloosa. Go ahead and use this quick fix. Doesn't really matter anymore. Have to clear up spaces for the code breakers. I could have code breakered first and then gone to Appaloosa over here, and that would have maybe saved me some material in the long run. But I don't think it matters. I actually want to put this rescue mission in the graveyard so I can rescue mission back my super agent on their turn because they're a back row deck. So swordsman for 0 day. Then we'll berserker. Get some berserker right here and use him as like a nightmare griffin. I actually don't want to use griffin though. Yeah, because I don't want to. I don't want to. That'll turn off my super agent graveyard play. So maybe I messed this up a little bit, but it's not that big a deal. So we'll go ahead and make Trigate. These two. Discard rescue with quick fix. So I can summon that super agent on their turn. And then we'll just make a couple of nightmares real quick. Can't be destroyed by battle now. And can't be destroyed by card effect now. Summon Sleeper, banishing Big Red, Master Plan, and I did use Board Blocker. I'd rather just keep these cards in the graveyard. I don't care about adding the resort to hand. I'm gonna have one Spyral left in the deck, and it's gonna be searched out by this one, so it's not really a big deal. So I'd rather keep those other options in the graveyard. Maybe I should have discarded Master Plan for that very reason. I could have banished her. Alright, so we'll end turn here. We'll resolve Resort. Put Drone back. That's the most utility. I don't think Borgwalker has anything to return, yeah, so. We'll wait to get to the main phase and go to toggle on if they... Actually, I don't need to toggle on against them, really. Actually, wait for them to do this nonsense. Alright, so now I can just pop 3. I always pop the outside ones. Cute. Then we'll rescue mission back. Super Agent, pop another. Yeah, okay, yeah. Welcome to back row decks against Sleeper. You know, I didn't even need Epidemic Virus. Though, Epidemic Virus calling Trap there would have been choice. And that's, I mean, the Appaloosa Trigate board's what a lot of people think only Spyral does, but, like, that was completely jank combo that got there. I didn't even get to my main payoff. Alright, so game number 3. You know, going first is good. Okay. Actually, is this game number 3 or 4? I need to check after this. Well, going first. Excuse me. Kind of late recording this like spur of the moment, but this gets there. It's just awkward. It just, as long as this doesn't get ashed, it gets there. So I have to not have Last Resort here. I need the Codebreaker to do the full combo. So, and I can't get rid of Drone, so I have to get rid of Last Resort, which leaves my Sleeper bare, but whatever. Might just not even summon Sleeper depending on what deck they are. So we'll go Last Resort into Mothman into Souls. And we'll have Souls plus Rescue. Send Souls, send Master Plan, Defense, Activate Effect. I'm drawing the Codebreaker a lot, aren't I? You know, this is like the thing. If you were playing a deck that wasn't on Codebreaker, cute. Alright, so we'll Rescue Mission back Master Plan. I just skip Sleeper because I don't have Last Resort, but it depends on what deck they're on. So go ahead and add the, I guess I already have a Rescue in hand, so it doesn't matter, but we'll do the Link Kribo play because that might be relevant this time around. Just get Link Kribo in the graveyard just in case your zone gets clogged by Helix. But it shouldn't matter, so we'll go ahead and make Borg Blocker. I will have a spell in play for Celine because I because I'm going to have Big Red and Resort here. So do this just in case. I can do Resort later. I'm going to Big Red here. Like it's better to have Rescue in the graveyard over Assault because of Nibiru situations. So play around what you can play around. You can kind of keep going if you have Rescue for Master Plan or Quick Fix or whatever, or Helix depending on when they throw a nib if they have one. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 summons now, so I should know if they're on a nib. No nib? Okay. So at this point we can go ahead and turn toggles off. My opponent clearly has nothing. Rescue Mission Master Plan. So Master Plan. This is not a hand that's good enough to do the save a Griffin strategy. So we will go ahead and skip that. Going to double Helix. Just all depends on what deck they're playing. If they're like a back row deck, then I will search Sleeper with this Spyral Resort. If not, I might search Super Agent just for the extension. Some Quick Fix. I already got the drone in hand, but you know. Oh man, I'm really low on cards. Alright, so we'll Assault. Drone. Stack their deck, see what's there. It is Pendulum, so I definitely need Sleeper. So no ifs, ands, or buts. So we'll call this. Get Sleeper. I would really love to get Agent in there, but I just can't fathom it. Alright, so it's a monster on top. So another Quick Fix. Nothing to search because I've just burned through everything. You know, I had a small world away last resort. I just have to hope. I mean, they're probably gonna have like the poison guy or whatever, but you know, we gotta do what you gotta do. So go ahead and make Celine over here. This is the quick fix that I just recently summoned, so we'll go ahead and do this. Discard this Codebreaker because he's just as good in the graveyard as he is in the hand. I'll have plenty of discards for this rescue mission in a second. Go into Dullahan. Summon Dullahan. I'm really hoping I can draw danger off of this Nightmare Griffin, so we'll go ahead and summon Master Plan here to make Curious. I have already used Soul, so it doesn't really matter which one I summon. Curious effect. Send EEV. Whoop. Oh, and I am going to get a resort back, which is nice at the end of this, so that's something. Alright, so now we can go right into Nightmare Griffin. I can draw a card here. Set this. Draw a card, yes. Alright, so I can go ahead and I'm just going to use these quick fixes now while I got them. So I need to make Appaloosa. I need to do the. I need to do this first. I'm gonna have to rescue mission for Helix at the end here. I'm gonna have to use Helix as material in that case, because my zones aren't really pointing in the exact right direction. So we'll summon the code breakers. I need to clear up a zone first, so we'll. I think I just have to do it with the Nightmare Griffin, right? Yeah. There's no saving the Nightmare Griffin in this scenario. Swordsman or Berserker. Yeah, I ran out of cards in hand for this one. Alright, so what you do is you go Trigate. Oh, I'm fucking dumb. I messed up. Okay, well if you mess up, don't mess up again. Just make a big Appaloosa and pass. I don't know why I thought I could make Trigate before I made Appaloosa. That's just very silly of me. Let's just make a format Appaloosa and pray this works. No. Yeah, man, I should not be playing this late, I guess. Oh, what the hell am I doing? I clicked yes. Alright, well, you know, sometimes you just mess up non-stop. Yeah, you know what? You're just hanging out, Celine. We're calling that a day. I really need to fucking take a break. Yeah, I can't believe I did that in the wrong order. Yeah. Well, you guys get to see me make mistakes sometimes. So we'll use this. Some back drone. Then we'll use this. Add resort. I can put my quick fix instead of my sleeper, which is fun. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and do this. Draw spells. That's not very good for me. I do have 3 spell pops here and 2 Aponegate, so I should be fine. Okay, guy. Well, I mean, I messed up, dude. I should have a Trigate Wizard here. And he concedes. Oh, man, he can't beat the freaking pops, I guess. Well, okay. I know I said I was going to play a certain amount of games, that after misplaying that hard, it's way too late, and I need to chill out and stop playing so poorly. Not the best showing for me, but there you guys go. I mean, sometimes you just mess up monumentally, and you put it on film for everyone to watch, and that's very sad for me. Yeah, that was only 4 games, right? Because I didn't show you guys these like losses or whatever. Yeah, not the craziest. Yeah, this is me losing a bunch of coin flips. But yeah, yeah, not the worst show. You know what? Screw it. I said 5. We're gonna do 5. Enough excuses. Just play better this time. No more mistakes. Go second this time, so I don't have to worry about freaking link zones and stuff. Or go first and get full combo, and don't mess it up this time. It was funny because I had one of those previous combos was like really inspired, like really well executed. And then I just do that and just completely whiff everything because like I didn't have enough cards to discard, I guess. I don't know. Alright, well this is ideal hand except for Sleeper, so I cannot complain. So I'm going to open off with Magician Soul, see if they have Maxi, because I'd rather... Alright, no Maxi. Alright, well, so now I can call by the Graven Ash if they have one, because I'm not worried about Maxi. And Ash Blossom. Yep, I mean, you know, if I have the extender, he loses. If I don't, he loses. It's a really hard Ash Blossom. It's really hard to Ash Blossom Spyral because a lot of times by the time they get to Helix, which is like your most likely time to resolve it, they've already got extra extenders by then, and you've already lost. It's really awkward. Go ahead and grab Quick Fix, and they concede. Okay, well, you know. 5 games, and they assumed I can do the combo, and you know they were wrong to assume that because maybe I can't. Well, there you go. Even when I misplay, the deck's strong enough to carry me a little bit. I hope you enjoyed that. That was actually 5 straight wins. I don't always win. I don't only show you guys the wins. Now here's another 5 straight wins. You know, here's a little bit of losing. You know, it's just variance. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I'm just showing you guys everything, so I'm not like trying to pretend like, oh, I only show you guys when I win everything. It's, you know, I should have lost there, obviously, but here we are. So yeah, that's the live stream, live commentary, whatever you want to call it. And even though I've won every freaking game, I'm not trying to show you just that, but it's funny that it works out that way. And there were some going second games in there where, you know, I kind of played well at the very least. So yeah, if you enjoyed that, throw a like, comment, subscribe, and maybe next time when I make one of these, it won't be so poorly played. Have a good one, gang. Bye.